Jada is back at it here to give everyone another Breaking Bad episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Breaking Bad that you take the initiative and pay attention to this episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I would suggest, and so would everyone else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Breaking Bad Season 1, Episode number 6. The title of this episode is called Crazy Handful of Nothing. This will be my reaction review recap of the episode. Walt and Jesse come to an agreement. Walt will be the cook and silent partner in their meth operation, while Jesse will sell the product on the streets. Walt also demands no further bloodshed. We also see a scene of something that happens in the future with what appears to be Walt walking through a bunch of chaos on the streets. Meanwhile, as Walt's chemotherapy continues, he tells Skyler that Elliot's check came and he deposited already, when in fact he is struggling to pay for the treatment and plans on using his meth profits to cover the charges. And then at a family therapy session, Skyler tells Walt that she is concerned about his missing hours, but he explains that he just likes to be alone sometimes and take walks occasionally. And then while cooking meth, Jesse observes a radiotherapy burn on Walt's chest and realizes that he is trying to take care of his family before he dies of lung cancer. Jesse finishes their current batch and spends the night selling it, bringing Walt his share of $1,300, far less than what Walt expected. Jesse explains they need a distributor if they want to make more money. After Crazy Eight's death, drug lord Tuco, Crazy Tuco, has taken over his territory, and then Jesse gains a meeting with Tuco after getting his friend Skinny Pete, who served time in prison alongside Tuco, to vouch for him. Though Tuco is willing to pay $35,000 for a pound of meth, he insists on paying only after his dealers have completed the sales. When Jesse refuses this and attempts to take the bag of drugs, Tuco severely beats Jesse and puts him in a hospital. And Skinny Pete lets Walt know what happened to Jesse because Walt kept calling Jesse's phone. And then also, Hank traces the gas mask found in the desert to Walt's high school, and Hank and Walt take inventory of the chemistry lab to find other equipment is missing, leading Hank to suspect that a student obtained a key to the lab storage room. Later, Hank actually arrests a really good school janitor named Hugo, as he was helping Walt out when Walt would get sick in the bathroom. And this Hugo guy, who would have the keys and had a previous record for drug possession. Walt feels guilty for letting Hugo take the fall and tries to contact Jesse, only that's what he learns about the issue with Jesse, and Skinny Pete tells him that. And then he goes to visit Jesse and learns what happened with Tuco. Now, starting to lose his hair from the chemo, Walt decides to shave off what remaining hair he has left, and Skyler is shocked to see this in the morning when he wakes up. Walter Jr. thinks his dad is now a badass, but Skyler obviously is not a fan of a bald man, based on her reaction to that. But Walt actually arranges for a meeting with Tuco under the name Heisenberg, and Walt demanding $50,000 from Tuco, $35,000 for the meth that Tuco had took from Jesse, and then $15,000 for the pain and suffering that Jesse had with his treatment. Now, seeing Walt with another bag of material, Tuco calls his bluff and threatens Walt. Walt then throws a piece of the material against the floor, which explodes, and the entire floor is shaken, blowing out the windows and knocking everyone in the room off their feet. Walt reveals that the bag contains fulminated mercury, and Walt threatens to smash the entire bag to the ground. And then Tuco, he submits and agrees to pay the payment, as well as agreeing to purchase for the next week, offering Walt $35,000 for the next pound of meth. And then Walt demands that Tuco buy 2 pounds a week for $70,000. And Tuco actually agrees to that. And then Walt we see the continuation from the scene that we had saw earlier. Walt leaving the bag in the streets, or I'm sorry, not leaving the bag, leaving the place in the streets with a little bit of a chaos and commotion. And then once back in his car, Walt actually exhibits an intense rush from what he has just done. Like Walt snapped, like Walt is a gangster essentially. And that's of course how the episode ends. So really good episode of Breaking Bad. It showed what Walt is truly capable of, even if he's a kind of a weak link of the bunch. But Jesse's pretty weak too. Walt can do things with chemistry that not many people can. So I'm going to give the episode a 9.3 out of 10. And the character of the episode is going to be Walt, although it was nice to meet Tuco, and Hank did a little bit in this episode. I feel bad for Hugo, the janitor, because he was pretty cool, helped Walt out a bunch of times. I hope Walt sends him some money or something like that at some point. So you've heard what I had to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad and you like this TV show and think it's one of the best TV shows of all time, make sure you smash that like button. Or if you don't like the show, you can thumb it down or not like it. And then, of course, if you know anybody that would be interested in this, go ahead and share the video to them. Don't forget to leave me a comment with your thoughts, your score of the episode, or anything Breaking Bad or El Camino related. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.